Being burnt out is not a character flaw. It does not mean you're weak. It does not mean you're lazy. It does not mean it's time for you to push past your limits and, put your foot on the gas and double down on everything just because you're tired. It simply means it's time for you to take a break. Some of y'all need to go reset, regroup. Some of y'all need some days off. Some of y'all might need some weeks off. Some of y'all probably been grinding so hard and ain't just been having y'all head underwater. Some of y'all probably need some months off. I don't know. That's between you and God. I don't know what you need. Only He know what you need. But a lot of us think that if we rest, that mean we already done wasted too much time. So rest, we can't rest. We got to put our foot on the gas. It mean that the quicker I get this done, the quicker God gonna bless me, or the quicker my life gonna change. But being burnt out and pushing past your limits does not make you more faithful. It actually makes you less functional. And what happens when you less functional? You open up room for more mistakes. Now, I'm not saying mistakes not gonna happen. I'm talking about, I know mistakes are inevitable on any journey in life, but I mean the mistakes, you making mistakes that you wouldn't normally make because you tired, because you drained, because your focus ain't right, and you keep blaming yourself, beating yourself up. Whole time you just need a break. You just need a break. Even God rested. And we so arrogant thinking that we can't rest, but a lot of that come from anxiety of, I wasted too much time already, or I wasn't on the right track at first, or I didn't know my purpose at first, or I didn't know the right thing to do at first. So now I'm trying to make up for the times that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, that I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And I'm feeling like if I rest, then I'm not going to make up for that time. But I think we treat our devices and all these other things better than we treat ourselves. Because when our phone is dead, we put it on a charger. You ain't sitting there trying to get your phone to work and come on when you know that it's dead, because you understand that it needs to be on a charger. And if you got an iPhone, you know when your iPhone low, if you don't put it on a charger, what happens? It start glitching. It might overheat. It don't work right because it's the battery low, so it's not functioning right. So you put it on the charger. When we running out of gas in our car, we ain't sitting there saying, "Come on, car, cut on. You gotta push past your limits." But we just hurry up and go to the gas station before it even get low. Before it even, well, some of us, I might not be in that, but anyways, some of y'all fill y'all car up before it even gets to a point of being low. But when it come to us, and we're actually humans that's carrying a God given purpose, carrying gifts and carrying things that God gonna actually use to, change somebody else's life or change our life or break some off our bloodline, we don't give ourselves that same grace. And you are far more important than an iPhone, and you are far more important than a car. And you need that same amount of rest, even more. So like I want to bring up in Luke chapter 10 how Martha opened up her house to Jesus and he came. And when Jesus came, Martha was doing all of this serving. She was doing everything right from a visible standpoint. Like she was doing all the serving. But Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet. Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet. And Martha was like, she ain't going to help me. And Jesus did not correct Mary. Jesus told Martha that Mary is doing a good part. She here for the better part. And what she doing right now will not be taken away from her. And in that moment, Jesus taught us a principle about the law of capacity. He taught us that when it's time to rest, when it's time to take breaks, you actually doing yourself a great disservice if you don't take that break. Because a lot of times some of our mistakes come from not sitting at Jesus' feet when it's time to rest and pushing past the limits. It's just kind of like a coach at timeout. What they do at halftime and their timeouts. This is the game plan. This was the game plan at first. Now it changed. Or make sure you still on this. They critiquing their players and they giving them tips on stuff they probably forgot and all this different stuff. So when it's time to rest, a lot of times God wants you at His feet, so you can just be asking questions or just spend time with Him. Because sometimes we get so lost in the grind, we don't read our Bible as much, we don't pray as much, but it's always them rest stops to help you reset. So you probably fell off the last couple weeks, but when you go back and sit at Jesus' feet, now you understand. Okay, I ain't been reading my Bible this much. That's probably why I am tired. Or I have been doing this. Or maybe I forgot the game plan. Or maybe I confused some things because I ain't been sitting at Jesus' feet. That time at Jesus' feet bring you clarity. That bring you clarity. It give you strength. Your strength, he'll renew your strength. It'll renew your strength, but it also will help you make sure you still in alignment. God, is the people who in my life up until this point, are they still supposed to be here? Or do they get cut out at this point, on the next time, at the next point, or whatever the case may be? God, am I still supposed to be doing this, or was that just for the first half? What am I doing the second half? What are my blind spots? Am I treating people right? Am I still in your will? Have I ventured off and let my ambition take over the ship? What am I doing? Like, God, that's the benefits of, them rest stops, where you can fully lock in with God. Fully lock in with God. And sometimes them rest stops mean you can fully, spend some time with your family, or whatever the case may be. Because I'm gonna put my mama business out there. My mama says she don't like that she works so much because of my little sister, and she working a lot because she want to provide. But it be like, soon she come home, my little sister sleep, and she feel like she ain't spending time, so she trying to figure out a way to not make that a habit. And a lot of us, we work so hard, and you know what's crazy? A lot of us are working hard with the people that we love in mind. So when my mama working hard, she not saying I'm trying to get away from my kids. She's saying I'm doing this for my kids. But in that moment, she's doing it for her kids, but she still feel like she not seeing her enough. And I feel like that's the hard part, because sometimes we doing stuff for people, we trying to break them curses, and we trying to keep other people in mind. But we don't realize sometimes we be hurting them along the way, because sometimes the exact same people that we trying to, be there for, and, meet a goal for, they feel neglected along the way because we so locked in on the grind. And sometimes we can be irritated with them, like, oh, they asking me to do stuff. They asking me for money. They asking me for this. They asking me for that. They don't see that I'm working hard, and I used to always say, like, I hate when people try to interrupt me, or I hate being interrupted, or people constantly asking me for this and that. They don't understand that I got to get on this grind so I can be able to do stuff for us. But in that moment, maybe you ain't fully communicated that with them. And even if you did, they still need you along the way. So you don't want to get so in the midst of the grind where you trying to take care of everybody, and then when you finally meet that goal, you get the abundance, you get the peace, you get the insight where you can help people. All of that, you don't have them people that you was doing it for. They not around you because they felt neglected along the way. So that's another reason that it might be beneficial to rest. But I just want to encourage somebody to go take a break. It takes faith to take a break. And I'm going to be honest, because I've been feeling like maybe I need to take a break from social media. And it's no secret. Like, yes, I get paid from social media. Like, I don't get paid them checks to where it's like, okay, racks on racks on racks. If I go to an apartment and apply for an apartment, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we get you in. It's not there yet. I'm at the point where it's like, if I go and try to apply for an apartment or get a house or whatever the case with my income, they're going to be like, baby, hit us up in 6 months and see how that content picked up. But I cannot take away from what God is doing in this short period of time. But I'm saying, like, what was I saying? Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about taking a break from social media, because I'm not gonna lie, yes, I'm doing this, I'm sharing my journey, but sometimes it do get draining. Just being on social media in general is draining, because you see, even when you try to build your algorithm brick by brick, you see a lot of negative stuff. You see a lot of stuff that just stuff you trying to get away from, and that can be draining and infiltrate your mind with stuff that you just don't want it with in itself. But then when you posting about your journey, um, a lot of people feel entitled to, like, comment on your life and tell you what you need to be doing. And yeah, we can say like godly counsel, but some people just downright negative, and some people just, I don't know. It can get draining. Yes, I understand that's what come with this. Like, when you post on social media, when you post on public platforms, you giving people the permission to just comment, and that's cool. But at the same time, it get draining when it get draining, and I can say that's something that I need to work on, as far as, like, I've been thinking about just scheduling content and not really just recording the video, scheduling the content, staying off social media, and doing it that way. And, the only thing with it is I kind of like interacting with y'all. Like, I do like interacting with y'all, but it's like, when I interact, I'm reading the comments, and it's like, yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Somebody in the comments talking about licking me. That ain't even the type of comment I'm talking about, but that just what popped in my head. I'm gonna call my daddy. I'm calling my daddy. Okay, I'm calling him. But yeah, taking a break takes faith, because it's like, my content is how I get paid. If I take a break, I take a month off or whatever the case may be, then I gotta have faith that he gonna provide this, then the third, and it's a lot of stuff. So I understand how taking a break takes faith, but that's another chance for you to learn God on a deeper level and understand that Jehovah Jireh, he'll provide for you. He'll provide, he said, come to him. He'll give you rest. Just how he provide you with rest. If he understand you need rest and it's your income, or whatever the case may be, maybe he'll provide for you in that season. Now, if you got a job and you know you need PTO to take off, don't be saying Sydney told me to take off and you get fired. Listen here, I got enough struggles. I ain't even gonna say I got enough struggles. I don't like saying that, but I got enough stuff going on. We both can't be sharing this one bedroom in this Airbnb. Nah, listen, I'm just saying. So just rethink that part. But yeah, I just want to come on here and give y'all the permission to rest. Not that you need it from me, but just remind you that you deserve a rest, because you are very important. Some of y'all are mothers and fathers, and y'all working a lot. You taking care of kids, all this type of stuff. Like, I'm just a rich auntie, but I couldn't imagine taking care of all my nieces and nephews at once. Like, one of the greatest parts about being an auntie is that you love on the kids so much, and then you get to send them back home at the end of the night. Soon as they ask that 50th question, pack your bag, TT baby. You going back home. But some of y'all can't do that. And some of y'all put y'all kids and everything else but in front of y'all, and y'all don't even realize y'all need rest, because at this point it's just a routine, and y'all done made burnout a routine that y'all done got comfortable with it. So I just want to encourage y'all to rest. And for the other people who saying like, I'm burnt out but I just need to keep going, it's a sign I need to go harder. No, you didn't cram 4 years worth of work in 2 weeks, and you wondering why you can't function, and you need, baby, you don't need to go harder. You actually need to go to sleep and drink some electrolytes. Okay, we are all proud of you. We think you crazy because we don't know how you doing all that, but I can guarantee you're not lazy. Okay, so yeah, this is a little quick video. I just felt led to tell somebody to rest. Please rest. Rest. Go rest. Go rest right now. Okay. Amen. 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 Amen.